So in this lecture, we're going to be talking about enhancing the core of your mind map, adding colors to it. When you're doing your mind map, you don't want it to be black and white. You can, of course, but in order for it to be effective, in order for this mind map to help you the most, the best thing to do is to enhance the core by adding colors to it. Color coding your branches and your sub-branches gives you the ability to visually isolate each and every part if needed in your mind. When you have a certain color accordance with each and every branch or sub-branch or core idea, your mind will be able to visually differentiate between all of them better, and you'll give them this sense of isolation, so your mind will be able to focus on each and every one of them better because he relates a certain color to each and every idea, right? Coloring also boosts creativity and enhances your brain's overall performance. Colors affect the right side of your brain, thus linking logic with visual. When you see colors, when you're trying to perceive colors, the right hemisphere of your brain, which is responsible for creativity and music and color, as it deals with creativity basically. This is the side that recognizes patterns, colors, and images rather than temporal tasks. The right hemisphere processes spatial ones, images. It is also responsible for tasks involving music, for example, where the left sphere, for example, is very different. The right brain sees the whole picture. It's responsible for understanding the context, which is also used in language communication and specifically coloring. It recognizes faces, places, objects, and specifically colors. Therefore, when you are using a lot of colors in your mind map, you are helping you're helping the right hemisphere of your brain to be able to help you manage this mind map correctly and be able to go through it, brainstorm it right, and be able to get way more ideas and be way more productive and specifically creative, which eventually will boost your overall performance. This will help your brain to focus, and your brain, of course, prefers colorful objects than black and white ones. Just think about it. If you have two things in front of you, one is black and white and one is filled with colors, most probably your brain will have this tendency to like the thing that has more colors in it. And of course, you're going to be leveraging your brain's powerful associative capabilities because you're associating each and every idea with a color. So eventually you'll make mind mapping very interesting because, well, it's waking up this creative side of you. Indicate meaning through color coding. You might have certain codes for certain colors, maybe red for positive, green for negative, and orange for not sure or don't know. And then you'll be able to distinguish between the different branches and sub-branches of your mind map, make the information stick in your mind in a perfect way. After all, pretty things are retained better, right? So when you add some colors to it and you like it, you'll be able to remember it better through all the different things that we talked about before as well. And that leaves us with absolutely no reason not to add colors to your mind map. So, of course, it doesn't have to be a rainbow. Having a certain degree of association between branches and colors is always a good thing when it comes to mind mapping.